Welcome to this explainer. If you've been literally running yourself into the ground on the treadmill week after week, and you're wondering why you still aren't getting that strong, aesthetic look, well, you are exactly in the right place. Today, we're diving into why your grueling cardio routine might actually be the very thing sabotaging your muscle growth and recovery.
So, let's tackle this question head-on, because we've all been there, right? A lot of beginners mistakenly believe that drowning themselves in sweat is the ultimate secret to getting an athletic physique. There is this massive, widespread misconception in the fitness world that more exhaustion automatically equals better results. We're basically taught to just floor the gas pedal at all times.
But here is a hard biological truth we have to face. Turning every single session into a grueling mini-marathon, that is absolutely one of the quickest ways to stall your progress. Flooring the gas every day doesn't accelerate your gains, it actively slows them down. So why exactly does working harder sometimes leave you with worse results?
Well, that brings us to Section 1, the high-intensity trap.
To really grasp why more isn't always better, we have to completely reframe how we look at working out. Most people view exercise exclusively as a simple calorie burner. You sweat, you burn calories, end of story. But actually, scratch that. We need to shift our mindset to viewing exercise as a massive recovery demand. Intense cardio depletes the exact energy you need for high-intensity lifting. The harder you train, the more resources your body desperately needs just to recover.
And if you're keeping your body in a constant state of repair from brutal cardio, you hit what we call the recovery nerf. It's a vicious cycle. Your stress hormone, cortisol, spikes, your sleep quality totally tanks, and your hunger just skyrockets, which, by the way, usually leads to unconscious snacking. Worst of all, if you push too hard, you risk losing the exact muscle you're trying so hard to reveal. You're essentially canceling out your own hard work.
Which leads us to a really helpful analogy in Section 2. Your body is a car.
To understand this, let's look under the hood. Your metabolism isn't just a fixed setting you're stuck with for life. No way. It's more like a dial controlled by 4 distinct levers. You've got your engine size, which is your basal metabolic rate. You've got your fuel type, or the thermic effect of your food. Then there's the hard driving, which is your dedicated exercise. And finally, the steady miles driven, which is your daily non-exercise movement.
Let's start with the absolute most important lever, the engine. Your engine is your muscle mass. Carrying more muscle naturally burns more calories 24/7, even when you're just sitting completely still on the couch. So think about it. If you're starving yourself and just endlessly pounding away on a treadmill, you are actively shrinking your own engine, making it so much harder to stay lean long-term.
Next up is your fuel. And yes, premium fuel absolutely matters here. Eating a high-protein diet literally gives you a built-in metabolism boost just from digesting your food. It's called the thermic effect. Get this, your body burns up to 30% of the calories from protein just by processing it. Upgrading your fuel keeps you full, builds that engine, and burns calories all at the exact same time.
Okay, let's jump into Section 3, the magic of NEAT.
This brings us to what is easily the most underrated tool for fat loss and metabolic health on the planet, NEAT. It stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Kind of a mouthful, right? But simply put, these are the calories you burn just doing random human stuff. Walking, standing, pacing around the kitchen. It represents the steady accumulation of miles on your car through totally normal daily movement, rather than exhausting gym sessions.
And here is the golden target, 10,000 steps. It sounds basic, but aiming for 10,000 steps a day is a surprisingly powerful tool. It quietly burns massive amounts of fuel over time. And the real secret here, it keeps your recovery perfectly intact. You aren't frying your central nervous system. You're actually building sustainable long-term energy.
Think of the difference like this. High-intensity cardio is like driving your car 90 miles per hour every single day. Sure, you burn fuel super fast, but you're eventually going to completely wreck the vehicle and tank your recovery. Now compare that to walking and NEAT. That's just cruising steady miles. It has zero interference with your muscle growth, it doesn't destroy your knees, and crucially, you aren't hit by those massive 800-calorie carb cravings the second you get home.
And the absolute best part? Walking doesn't require some massive reservoir of willpower. You can seamlessly weave this into your daily life through really practical habits. Just take a stroll after your meals, pace around during phone calls, maybe park a little further away at the grocery store, or just opt for the stairs. It is incredibly easy to rack up those steady miles once you stop always looking for the closest parking spot.
All right, bringing it all together in Section 4, Strategy for Aesthetic Strength.
So how do we actually pull all of these concepts into a real-world protocol?
Well, an aesthetic physique really comes down to a simple, simultaneous combination. Building your muscle engine with 3 to 4 quality lifting sessions a week, and controlling your calories with a high-protein diet and neat walking. Because honestly, the big secret here is that what usually ruins fat loss isn't a lack of cardio. It's the unconscious snacking that sneaks in when your body is desperate to recover from overtraining.
To make this a totally sustainable lifestyle, here's a super simple month-by-month framework you can use. Month 1. Just focus on walking more and eating high protein. Lock those basics in first. Month 2, add in those 3 smart lifting sessions. And month 3, just stay consistent. Consistency is the real cheat code here. You're not starving on a diet anymore. You just live differently now.
Because the evidence is absolutely clear. Upgrading your metabolic engine always beats running yourself into the ground. Most people try to fix their metabolism by sprinting harder in a broken car. But the smart move? Upgrade the car entirely. Which leaves us with one final, vital question for you to take away from this explainer. Are you going to keep fighting your body, or are you finally going to start working with it?